when he married his wife, the other woman. Lola is causing a huge problem in the marriage. We're going to find out why and how when we come back.
He told me that he needed to introduce me to his little girl. When I actually ended up meeting his little girl, it was not a true little girl.
Lola, my little Lola girl.
It's not hard to remember to take the pill every day.
Anything.
Che buono.
Molto buono. Don't get mad. Get New Glad Press and Seal Wrap.
Well, it's Ask Dr. Phil and Robin Day today. We get thousands of letters saying, I wonder what Robin has to say about that. I always get a lot of very interesting questions like the next one. Men and women tend to see these things differently. Dawn says she resents the freaking family dog Lola. Her words, not mine, because her husband, Arnaud, treats it like his girlfriend. I assume she means that figuratively. She says his pit bull lab combo is a human and thinks it's perfectly normal to call her princess and spoon her in bed at night. Take a look.
My husband has a girlfriend.
Lola is my beautiful princess.
When we first met, he told me that he needed to introduce me to his little girl. When I actually ended up meeting his little girl,
Lola, my little Lola girl.
it was a dog.
Love of my life.
My husband treats his dog like she is more important than his wife and son. He comes home from work and bypasses both of us and always goes and greets Lola first.
Hello, Lola. Daddy's back.
At the restaurant that my husband owns, there is a framed picture of Lola on display in the bar, while the only pictures of Ethan are taped up above the cash register where no one can see them. My husband lets Lola under the covers at night, and he spoons her as if she were his lover.
I want to feel passion. I want to grab and squeeze. And if your wife always pushes you away, then you know you have your dog.
My husband and I had a big fight on whether the dog could walk down the aisle at our wedding.
When I brought up Lola being in the wedding, I was joking, of course, but there was a little bit of seriousness. So it was something missing for me not to have my dog with me.
I find myself resenting our family dog because of my husband's behavior towards her.
I don't see anything wrong in the way that I treat my dog. I love her. She's very special. She deserves it.
Dr. Phil, how can I get my husband to stop treating our dog like a human?
Well, okay. All right, so tell me about this dog. Obviously you are very fond of your dog. You love your dog.
I am.
Yeah. How long have you had the dog?
A little over 5 years now.
And how long have you had your wife?
About 3
We've been
years
married
and
for
3
a
months.
little over 2 years.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
joined
about 4
their
5.
family.
I joined their
Yes.
family, yes.
Okay. Do you think this crosses the line at all? I mean, do you think you're like just goofy about the dog?
Goofy about my dog. How can I be goofy about my dog? She's my dog.
Yeah, okay, that pretty much answers that.
Yes.
You know what I really think sometimes is going on? Because the reason we did this question, and it may seem like kind of a silly question, but you can't imagine how many letters we get about this kind of thing. And it always occurs to me that it's not so much what you're doing with the dog, it's what you're not doing with your wife while you're doing it with the dog.
Oh.
Is that part of this? I mean, would you rather the dog not be there, him roll over and spoon you and pet you and talk to you in a nice, sweet voice like he does the dog?
Well, yes, I would like that. And Arnaud he's a very affectionate person. He's a very affectionate husband.
Yeah.
So, and he does do those things to me. I think the biggest problem to me is the attention that he gives her. She's like the priority. She's like the significant other or the priority in our household. Like when he comes home from work, instead of greeting his son, he greets his dog. It's like, I don't want our son to grow up with his dad treating the dog like she's much more important than him or than me.
What would happen if you just came in and spoke to your wife and son first, You can do it quickly. And then went and spoke to the dog. I mean, do you see she's saying it's a priority problem?
Mm-hmm. Well, so now I force myself to do that. And I do succeed. No, I'm joking.
Don't believe I'd
I'm
have said
joking.
that.
Well, actually, no.
I'm
Don
trying
is
to
my
help you here, buddy.
number one choice, and then Lola is my number 2 choice.
But what about Ethan, our son? Is he number 3?
When we're in bed.
Oh.
But the thing is that since my number 1 usually pushes me away, well, all I got left is my dog. So that's why I love my dog so much.
Boy, nothing's ever simple, is it? Is that true?
So she's actually...
Do you push him away?
Sometimes I do because he comes home late at night, and I'm taking care of our son all day, so I'm tired at 10 o'clock. And he comes home at 12, and yes, I'll push him away if it's late at night and I've already been sleeping.
Well, maybe he's turning his affection to the dog by default. I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the bed questions like that. But my big issue about the bed is the smell. Like, I'm pregnant now, and as I'm sure you know, pregnant women have an enhanced sense of smell.
Ooh.
And so I just wish he would respect the fact that I don't want the dog in the bed, especially when I'm pregnant. Not just when I'm pregnant, but...
That's easy fix, isn't it?
Yeah, very easy.
Because what is it about women and dog smell?
It's
I mean, dogs
horrible.
smell like dogs. You always complain about dog smell. Dogs don't smell. They smell like
Yes,
dogs.
and I say, after he plays with the dog, I say, ooh, you smell like the dog. And he will just swear, no, I don't. But yes. And you can smell him in the kitchen when you're in there with the food. I can smell the dog over the food.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't you go home with Robin?
And we're going
Y'all
together.
can have the baby. I got this really cool beagle named Barkley. And see, there's Barkley.
Aww.
Yeah, there's my dog on my motorcycles. But you think that dog stinks?
Can't smell anything.
Yeah, well,
They always have
okay.
their mouths open, too.
Well, really, it's all about priority and perception. Because you're saying you don't think you're the number 1 priority, and you think you're not a priority with her. She wouldn't be pushing you away. Come on. She just doesn't want the dog in the bed. How much would that solve the problem? If you had the dog out of the bed and he spoke to you and Ethan first instead of after the dog.
It would solve a lot of the problem.
That's an easy fix.
I agree.
He knows it's easy, but he won't do it.
Give it a shot, will you?
I will.
Take that and run. All right, next, 3 single siblings who think they haven't found true love because they've been cursed. We'll be right back.
I haven't been on a date